Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me. My name is David Porter. I am the CEO and founder of TPC Global, and I'm also the PriceMark co-designer. I wanted to spend just a few minutes very quickly reviewing PriceMark with you, giving you some clear examples of how PriceMark helps you when purchasing a market intelligence tool to use it in the most efficient and productive way that gives you the ROI you need to justify partnering with a company such as ourselves. But to step back a second and just to explain to you what PriceMark is, for those of you that don't know, it is a competitive intelligence tool. It has a focus on street price monitoring. It allows vendors to compare not only the pricing of their products, but also the health of their business through the e-commerce route to market. And finally, it allows you to benchmark all of that versus your competitors. How do we do it? Well, it's built on some certain principles which are important to explain. It's built on street price monitoring data. That means we go out and we get those prices every single day from a great swathe of e-commerce retailers. We store them and we produce KPIs around them. We match products to competitor products so that the ability to benchmark performance can be maintained right down at that product level. And we put it into a tool which allows you to sort through the data in a very efficient way, going from what is a lot of data to begin with right down to the product level without knowing where you need to go first of all. So we do that through what we call PriceMark lenses, which you can see on screen. We have a country level, but we also have many other ways to start by looking at the products, and we do that by breaking out the pricing data, using that as a foundation stone, but into a number of other KPIs which are pertinent to understand the health of business away from pricing. I often say pricing is not just about pricing, and it's not. It's about other things. It's about availability. It's about your ranking. It's about the competitiveness of your pricing. It's about the volatility, so that's around the behavior of your resellers, and also it's about bringing all that together and understanding overall whether the health of that business, of that product, of that country, of that retailer is better or worse than the rest of the market or a particular comparison vendor. We can look at this in different ways. We can break all that out and look at it as a comparison to a brand, a vendor, a competitor, or we can look at it versus a period of time, so month on month, week on week, quarter on quarter. What you need to be able to do is say, well, I've identified something. I want to look at the UK. Here we are. We're D-Link. We are originally comparing to Cisco in the previous view. Now we want to look a little bit more at ourselves and look at it in comparison to the entire market. Well, let's have a look at the UK. And this is going to give you an idea of how do you go from the highest level straight down into pertinent information that creates actions to look at deeper levels, which ultimately give you product level information that you can use to do the things that you need to do. That could be have a conversation with a partner. It could be discuss something with your pricing team. It could be consider the strategy of pricing within certain products or product sets. It could be looking at promotions with your versus specific competitors. It could be looking at the behavior of your reseller partners, whether they're direct resale or whether they're going through a distributor. It could be looking at the issue of availability, also another discussion for a distributor or direct with your reseller. But here we can start to look at it. Well, we can see certain things call out. We can go look at Bechley. Bechley aren't performing across any of those KPIs very well. Do we want to go a bit further? What about eBuyer? They seem to be the one who is keeping the UK market looking fairly stable, but everyone else seems to be having problems. Are we noticing this as a general trend versus our competitors, or are we the ones who are being affected and no one else is? The next step from here is to go, well, I want to now look at the product level. Can I do that? Of course you can do it. Why don't we go and do it now? We can look at the average pricing. We can look at availability. We can look at the ranking. We can look at how challenged your pricing is. We can look at how volatile your pricing is, how dominant your pricing is, and we can look at the overall health of your business. And as you can notice on screen, we can look at this through every single product if we so wish. And finally, if we wanted to look at any pricing at any time, we can do that as well. We can go to the price and ranking overview, and we can scroll through all of the retailers, we can scroll through all the products, and we could even reduce this down to a particular day. 585 data points in the UK, 7 brands, 4 retailers, 105 products. This is what you can do. This is the power of PriceMark. Thank you very much for your time.